Teo did it. Teo, you doing everything to make yourself relevant, man. It's the taxes. He got taxes problem. It's the taxes that's killing him. So he trying to cash out. He was trying to fight, the world champ, the IBF world.
Keyshawn Davis, one of boxing's brightest rising stars, has rapidly made his mark on the sport. In just his 13th professional fight, he claimed the world title in spectacular fashion at Madison Square Garden, delivering a stunning fourth-round knockout against Berinchyk. This victory solidified his status among the elite in the lightweight division, proving he is a force to be reckoned with.
Man, it was a crazy event, man, electrifying event. It just feel like every single time I fight, man, it's just so energetic, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I be having the best build.
Now, Crawford has sought the help of Gennady Triple G Golovkin, despite Canelo defeating him twice in their trilogy. To this day, the first fight remains highly controversial, as Golovkin outlanded Canelo in 10 of the 12 rounds, yet the judges ruled it a draw. That
made you mention my name in that interview. Just a question.
You said Crawford will beat me.
It's just an opinion.
I don't like it. I hope you respect that part.
I respect it.
Right after Keane's victory, Teofimo Lopez initially appeared supportive, posting a simple message on X: "Congratulations Keyshawn Davis and the DB3 team. Way to start the year." It seemed like a rare moment of sportsmanship from Lopez, who is known for his brash, unfiltered personality. However, beneath the surface, tensions had already been simmering. Davis soon dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the boxing world, accusing Lopez of orchestrating a racist prank. According to Davis, a box of bananas and watermelons was sent to his hotel room before his fight with Berinchyk, an act he found deeply offensive. Davis didn't hold back in his response, taking to social media to blast Lopez. "I heard Teo did it. Teo, you're trying to do everything to make yourself relevant, ***, Davis said. He further claimed that Lopez's actions stemmed from financial desperation. "It's the taxes that are killing him, so he's trying to cash out," Davis alleged. The comment alluded to long-standing rumors about Lopez's financial struggles despite his fame and success. Reports have suggested Lopez has mismanaged his earnings, and Davis was quick to capitalize on this narrative. He was trying to fight the IBF world champ, Richardson Hitchens, but that's not a big enough fight. He'd probably lose that junk. So now he's trying to come this way, ***, Davis said, referring to Lopez's unsuccessful attempt to secure a unification bout.
It's just a young kid trying to get clout. Hasn't made anything, hasn't made no noise, could say what he wants to say. However, hasn't done the recognition, hasn't won a world title. So who is Keyshawn Davis? These guys want clout. Do you guys not understand this? The moment they all get into the moment, right?
Plant also stated that he would encourage Terence to stay true to himself. He pointed out that Crawford can fight at any range, inside, mid-range, or outside, and switch seamlessly between southpaw and orthodox. Plant advised him to stay relaxed, enjoy the process, and focus on having a strong training camp. He added, "Let the dice roll and see how it goes."
This guy came to America to give me bananas and watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist, and you just made this fight a little more personal.
Showbiz the adult noted that Bud Crawford might have been right when he said 168 pounds is too big for him and that 154 is likely his limit. He pointed out that while Crawford may not feel comfortable fighting at middleweight or super middleweight, he still believes he can beat Canelo. Showbiz suggested that Crawford might not see himself competing at 168 or defeating fighters like Caleb Plant, but he remains confident in his ability to take down Canelo.
He gets on my nerves, and he do a lot of this, and like somebody's really scared of him. But behind closed doors, every time I cross paths with him and his father don't say nothing. But in front of all these cameras, he get balls. Understand what I'm saying? But I'm me, 100%.
Before accusing Lopez, Davis had initially pointed the finger at Denys Berinchyk, his opponent in the title fight. In the lead-up to their bout, Davis repeatedly labeled Berinchyk a racist during press conferences, fueling an intense and hostile atmosphere. However, after the fight and after discovering that Lopez was allegedly behind the prank, Davis issued a lukewarm apology to Berinchyk on social media. "My bad," he wrote, a brief acknowledgement of his mistake. the apology did little to repair the damage. Many fans criticized Davis for making baseless accusations in the first place, arguing that his words had unfairly tarnished Berinchyks' reputation.
Same thing with Keyshawn Davis. Came up, asked for a photo from me. Me being who I am, I'm gonna give it to these guys. Man, I guess this is what it feels like to be on top, huh? This is what it feels like. Gosh, I haven't even...
Despite the controversy, Davis's victory over Berinchyk was nothing short of spectacular. His fourth-round knockout showcased his immense talent and potential, silencing critics who had doubted his ability to compete at the highest level. Berinchyk, a tough and experienced fighter, was expected to be a significant challenge, but Davis made it look effortless. The win not only secured Davis the world title but also cemented his status as one of boxing's most exciting rising stars. In the aftermath, Davis doubled down on his refusal to fight Lopez. "Go ahead and call me scared, I don't care," he said, dismissing any notion that he was dodging a tough opponent. "I'm not going to be the first one you fight. I'm not helping you out."
Teofimo Lopez, if he say he wants to fight, we are going to fight. Like, it's not going to be a situation where, oh shit, I need more of this, I need more of that.
Brian Norman admitted that he initially struggled to pick a winner since both Crawford and Canelo are great fighters. He acknowledged that the bigger fighter usually has the advantage but then considered examples like Roberto Duran and Shane Mosley, who successfully moved up in weight and won major fights. Based on that, Norman believes Crawford can do the same and is picking him to win.
I gotta ask, because obviously we saw it, Andy came, tried to give you the pound, you didn't seem too receptive. What did you think of that moment? Was you confused, like he was saying what up to you, or?
Y'all good, y'all beautiful too.
Additionally, Crawford's move up in weight wouldn't have worked in his favor. One fan seemed baffled by the idea of the fight, writing, "SMH, Terrence might need to retire, he has no one left to fight. They're just pulling names out of a hat at this point." However, that's not entirely true. Jaron Boutsenis has been eager to face Crawford, but Bud has yet to accept the challenge. Meanwhile, another user seemed excited about the fantasy matchup, saying, "Old Triple G versus Crawford would be amazing." Both were elite fighters with incredible skills. Indeed, it would have been a thrilling fight, but as with many dream matchups in boxing, some just aren't meant to happen, no matter.
Honestly, like, amateurs is amateurs, bro. Like, that shit already passed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hold no grudges with him. He calling me out, he building his career off of my name, you know what I'm saying? Every time he fight, he get on the zone, the commentators talk about me, you know what I'm saying? But
Canelo has also been seen sparring with Jamie Munguia, highlighting his relentless training and unwavering passion for facing the biggest fighters in the sport.
I ain't gonna get already like that. You both got to earn our strike. You're not there yet. You still gotta beat Andy Cruz. You 0-3. Why you putting somebody else in something that you into? You 0-3. You talking about you. I'm talking about facts. You talking about you. And when you talk about me, it's facts.
A rematch between Canelo and Golovkin took place 12 months later, with Canelo claiming a narrow points victory. The third fight, in 2022, was arguably the most decisive, as Alvarez once again won on points, but this time, the victory was more comfortable. Recently, Canelo signed a 4-fight deal with Riyadh Season, with the first of these major bouts scheduled for May 3rd. He will face IBF super middleweight champion Caleb Plant in an effort to become the undisputed super middleweight champion once again. One person who has first-hand experience in preparing a fighter to face the Mexican icon is Abel Sanchez, who coached Gennady Golovkin in 2 of his fights against Canelo in 2017 and 2018. Speaking
and white trim is one team with only one defeat, one draw, 16.
"It's a ridiculous fight," said Andre Ward, adding, "I've said this before, Crawford is a great fighter, but he's been the same from 135 to 147. He hasn't changed anything to make himself competitive at the higher weights, but Canelo has. Crawford hasn't been destroying his opponents, he dominated one who was a shadow of his former self. On the other hand, Canelo is destroying everyone he faces. He's been demolishing them, but Crawford's not. Yes, it's a big money fight, but it's not a true contest." Ward, a former 2-weight world champion, also shared his thoughts on the potential super fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford.
it's gonna be me that knocked Tio off. Trust me. He is not tough. He's not that good. He don't understand distance. He will jump in every single time. He needs somebody.
Critics have jumped on Davis's reluctance, with some questioning his ambition. One boxing analyst wrote, "If you could magically transplant Sugar Ray Leonard's guts into Keyshawn's body, he could be special." Others have accused Davis of caring more about chasing money than pursuing glory. His refusal to fight Cruz or any other top-tier talent has only fueled these accusations. Davis's next opponent, Miguel Madwa, doesn't exactly inspire confidence in his willingness to take on bigger challenges. While Madwa is a solid fighter with a respectable 31-3 record, he's not the caliber of opponent fans want to see Davis face. Some view it as just another soft matchup for Keyshawn, a tune-up fight that does little to push him closer to a world title. For someone who's been vocal about wanting a fight with Lopez, Davis's choice of opponents tells a different story.
And I will say this about Keyshawn, and I like Teofimo, man. Teofimo's a good dude, man. Great fighter, got good twitch, good speed on him, good knowledge. You can't fuck with Keyshawn, I promise you.
Teofimo has called out Davis for his perceived lack of ambition, saying, "You're 0-3 against Andy Cruz. You still gotta beat him." For Teo, the math is simple. If Davis can't even beat the guy who's dominated him in the amateurs, he has no business calling out a former unified world champion. But it's not just about those amateur losses. Lopez also sees Davis as someone who feels entitled to a big payday without putting in the necessary work. "I ain't going to give it to you just like that," Lopez said in a recent interview. This entitlement narrative surrounding Davis has only gained traction. Davis, who is under the same top-rank banner as Lopez, seems to believe their shared promotional ties should automatically make a fight between them happen.
But he still lost 3 times to Andy Cruz, our fighter, and he'd never beat Andy Cruz, and Jaron Ennis can also confirm that, and Bozy can confirm that because he trains Andy Cruz. So I think if Keyshawn wants a fight before Gervonta Davis, sign us up for Andy Cruz.
But boxing doesn't work that way, especially not with someone as proud and strategic as Lopez. For Teofimo, Davis hasn't earned the right to share the ring with him, and until Davis makes serious moves, like fighting Cruz, Lopez seems content to keep him waiting. However, some fans are siding with Davis, arguing that Teofimo is using Cruz as a shield to avoid facing Keyshawn. Lopez's career has been marked by ups and downs, with recent performances leaving some to question whether he still has the hunger that once made him a champion. Critics of Teofimo argue that if he truly believed he could beat Davis, he wouldn't be creating obstacles. Instead, he'd take the fight and prove his dominance once and for all.
It seems like you bring Andy Cruz's name up, he get a little shake.
No, he get upset. He get upset because Andy using his name. Don't nobody know.
When speaking about Crawford's next steps on IFL TV, Shakur Stevenson praised Terence Crawford, stating, "Crawford is running things right now." As for who Crawford should face next, Stevenson expressed his desire to see a matchup against Jermall Charlo. However, with Charlo already lined up to face Canelo, Stevenson still believes Crawford could defeat Canelo. "I genuinely believe Crawford could beat Canelo," Stevenson said. With his southpaw stance, great movement, and solid boxing, it would be tough for Canelo to walk Crawford down and land his powerful hooks. Stevenson added, "I wish Charlo wasn't fighting Canelo, but it is what it is. I think Bud could beat Canelo, and I'd love to see it, because I don't think size wins fights, I think skills do."
Tio ain't fuck. I'm trying to tell you. He just can't. Like, some people just can't. He just can't. He's not that. He can't. Like, Tio's a person that fight people that's pressure. When somebody get the boxing him, he don't know what to do, bro. And that's, I can do both. And I come with that mental, like, Tio can't fuck, bro.
Blair Cobbs expressed his deep respect for Terence Crawford, calling him a good friend and a fighter he's supported for years. However, Cobbs admitted that it's difficult for him to pick a winner between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. He acknowledged the tough challenge Crawford would face against Canelo's resilience and size. While Cobbs hopes Crawford comes out on top, he understands the significant hurdles Crawford must overcome in such a high-stakes fight.
You are good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we gonna talk about levels. Okay, just know it's levels.
Crawford is a smart man, he's already accomplished everything he set out to do, Garcia said in an interview with Fight Hype. He's done a lot, and he doesn't need to challenge himself further. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. I've talked to him personally, and my feeling is that he really wants that big fight against Canelo. If he doesn't get it, he might never fight again. Garcia also mentioned other potential opponents for Crawford, including Jermall Charlo, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Sergey Bohachuk, and Xander Zayas.
What would say them in that moment? Yeah. And then like you saying, translators be saying like he be saying all that, my son and all that type of shit. So why would I even shake his hand? That's kind of like.
Danny Garcia expressed his excitement about the potential matchup between Canelo and Crawford, recognizing both as top-tier pound-for-pound fighters. While he found the stylistic clash intriguing, Garcia pointed out that Canelo's size at 168 pounds would present significant challenges for Crawford. He also emphasized that, regardless of the obstacles, the fight would attract massive attention and have a huge financial impact, making it a landmark event in the boxing world. Amateurs don't mean expletive, **** Davis said firmly. I'm a knockout artist now. Let's see if he can handle what I'm bringing when the time comes. Cruz's rapid rise in the rankings has added another layer of tension to the situation. He's already ranked number 1 by the WBC, number 3 by the IBF and WBA, and number 15 by the WBO. Critics of Davis are using these rankings as ammunition, arguing that Cruz has done enough to earn a shot. However, Davis believes Cruz's high rankings are premature and largely based on his amateur reputation, not on any significant tests in the professional ring. If Cruz is really that good, let him fight a top 10 guy first, Davis said. Then we'll see if he's ready for me. Rather than waiting on Cruz, Davis has set his sights on bigger names. He's made it clear he wants a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, although he doesn't believe that matchup will materialize anytime soon. Benavidez Jr. praised Crawford's boxing IQ, particularly his ability to switch between stances, which adds to his versatility. He acknowledged that many fighters already fear Canelo, giving him a mental edge, but Benavidez is confident that Crawford will approach the fight differently. Believing in Crawford's strategy, Benavidez feels that Crawford could use his unique approach to gain the upper hand over Canelo.
Hey, one. You might be the next one, too. Last time we was in the ring, you felt this power. Last time we was...
Adonis Wilkins shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, noting that Crawford's decision to move up to 168 pounds could put him at a disadvantage. While Wilkins acknowledged Crawford's talent, he pointed out that moving up in weight after already jumping to 154 pounds might slow him down. He believes the extra weight will be a significant factor, and Crawford won't hit as hard as Canelo, whose power will be more dominant in the fight.
Man, this was some heated sparring between Teofimo Lopez and Keyshawn Davis, man. Who y'all got winning in the actual fight if this fight was to...
Despite Davis's stance, the boxing community isn't known for its patience. Fans are already expressing frustration over the lack of a clear plan for a Davis-Cruz fight. Many believe it's only a matter of time before the pressure becomes too much for either fighter to ignore. Both men are undefeated, have something to prove, and stand to gain a lot financially and in terms of legacy by settling their rivalry. However, Davis is counting on Cruz building his name further before any deal is made. With Cruz ranked highly by the major sanctioning bodies, it may only take one more impressive victory.
How you doing, everybody? How you doing?
Matias.
Better than Devin, better than Tio. I think he'll beat all of them.
Matias.
Why is that? Break that down. What makes him so terrific, though?
I just feel like he's just a fighter that everybody's staying away from right now. And
Terence Crawford is not like that, Garcia told CTV. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum. I'm sorry, but somebody has to say it, you're an overhyped bum. I'm looking at the camera right now, you freaking suck, bro, stop acting like you're that guy. Stop stealing boxing's money and wasting everybody's time. You're not entertaining, you're boring as hell. Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking nonsense. I can do it anytime, bro. Despite his strong words, Garcia remained confident that a fight against Crawford could still happen at some point. I could definitely see Crawford. What do you mean?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.